A quick warning before we get into this edition of the Tribble Timewarp, ladies and gentlemen. It does have a couple of fairly major spoilers, including one character death. While it's a look at beta content and spoilers are pretty much inevitable, these are major enough that I think it's fair to give people a warning if you don't want to see the exact events that lead to your character siding with either the Federation or the Klingons. Then now would be a very good moment to switch off. If you do, then hey, keep watching. Greetings, Riansu, I'm Yuzrael, and welcome once again to the Tribble Timewarp. It is the 23rd of April, although it won't be by the time I finish recording this, and we have a new patch, a new version of the NVIDIA drivers, 320.00, so we'll see if that fixes the flickering texture problems I've been having, and we'll get straight on with it. Alright, so, welcome back to the observation deck of the flotilla, and Dutan, who hasn't budged an inch. I suppose I shouldn't really be surprised by that. Now then, on to the mission. Turning point. For those of you who have forgotten somehow the last time warp, it ended with us finding Tau Dewa, what will be New Romulus, and doing the first surveys of the colony. So we're now off to speak with the Federation and the Klingons. Yes, Romulans allying with Klingons. That ended so well last time. And we're going to have a conference at Kittimer because, hey, let's face it, that star system's got all sorts of historical associations. And it looks like this is going to be the mission where we split between the Federation and the Klingons. Now, what I'm going to notice is that it's almost worth considering that perhaps Cryptic should have broken this up, just given you an experience reward, maybe an unremarkable material reward as well, and then had a separate mini-mission saying, hey, welcome to Starbase 1 or Kronos, here's your gear, and here's your equipment. However, let's go attend this conference. Somehow I think we might not be coming back here, but then again, who knows? Cryptic went to an awful lot of effort on this, so somehow, well, maybe we'll come back, I don't know. We'll find out, of course, that's the whole point of the Tribble server. Bank, mail, Right, not escape. Beam up. Kittimer, of course, for those of you who aren't too familiar with Trek continuity, is where the first Klingon Federation peace treaty was signed, the one that wasn't forced on them by a bunch of floating light bulbs. Events of Star Trek 6, if you really forgot, go see that movie if you haven't, if you can find it. Should be on DVD just about anywhere. Off we go. And if memory serves, that is also where Worf spent the first part of his childhood, until, hey, the Romulans attacked the place and blew his parents and quite a few others away. So it's been one of those interesting systems that keeps popping up in the history books, and that no sane person would live on as a result. So, here we are. Oh yes, also need to spend skill points. Interesting little feature that Cryptic put in with last patch update. You can now click on a given blip in a skill and it will automatically hoik you up to that skill level. It will also drop you back down if you don't have the points. So let's just quickly up the attack patterns. Yes, I know this is supposed to be a peaceful conference. What makes you think it's going to last that long? Quite. Okay, and boost Cetra as well, because hey, we need a better healer. Alright, let's begin turning point. This place has a bad blood. Yes, which is why they decided to have a peace conference here. Dutan's an idiot. Right. Is that a... Well, that looks like a recycle from the Starbase and from First City. Some of these environments look new. They're not too bad either. Alright, speak with Tan in the Chamber of Conquest, but let's work the room first, see what we get. They have also been analysed. Yes, and as I recall, when that happened, well, let's just say that both sides wound up backstabbing each other. However, maybe this worked. You are so wrong, Toven. It can't possibly go well. Mercenary security guards. Nice door, by the way. I think that's a new design. Wonder what they. Shall we say about 100 dead Romulans and leave it at that? Keep working the room. Hello there, you're a happy one. Yes, we do, because just because you recognise us doesn't mean you have to like us. And here's the Starfleet dudes. Right. Don't think there's anything to say here. This has a look of something that's very firmly off limits. Hi guys! Yeah, it's off limits. Fair enough. Right. Make a note of the route, because we're doubtless going to have to fight our way back out along this. And here we are in the Chamber of Conquest. Looks like we have a Federation delegation and we have a Klingon delegation. Well, let's go find Datan. There he is. Trying to make nice... Oh, and there's Temo as well. Trying to make nice with someone. Oh, right, this is the Romulan patch, I see. Okay, so let's look at the map. So Romulans there, Starfleet there, Klingons everywhere else. Hi there, boss. Talk to Tema first, I think. Let's hope this goes well. Ye gods, they're all dead. They're all going to die. Oh, they've invited Sela as well. Oh, terrific. The Federation knows how to establish new embassies on the planet. Yep. Fair enough. How will they both help us? Both of them want to learn more about Romulan technology. Both of them are willing to acquire it. Alright. Start by speaking to both delegates. And pump them for information while we're at it. Okay. Right, so we need to speak to Walden and we need to speak to Sabotage. Now I suspect this is going to send us to the... Yes, this is sending us deliberately to the Klingon quarter first. This is the advertising pitch for the two factions, isn't it? I suspect they are, although let's face it, after what happened in the Romulan Civil War, the small matter of 16 Klingon cruisers that went out and never came back is probably on their mind at the moment. Who is this? Discreetly observe Satas. Oh, right. Let's get this going. Cutscene, thought as much. Right, so Satas has got his doubts. Well, that's fair enough. Traditional Klingon mug arrangement. I'm guessing that was done by the person who lost the drinking contest. Right. Because we have plasma torpedoes. Right. Yeah. Okay, so... Now, where's Walden? What point? Hello, Satas. Let's see what he's got to say. I'm curious. Right, so that's a fairly neutral one. That's a little more... Yeah, do you want to punch up? Against a 10-foot tall lizard that's mostly muscle, yeah, why not? Right. Well, looks like that was the right thing to say, or else it was so rigged that it didn't matter what you set him. Councillor Walden. Right. Fisherman has got his teeth together for more than a minute. The Vulcan just says dags to everyone. Fair enough. Get a mug of blood wine. Alright. Although I'm not too sure that it's going to be a good idea for us to have a... Oh, right, the mug's all the way back there. It couldn't be convenient, could it? Alright. Although I suppose he's going to start joking that the Romulan delegation is only good for work as bartenders, and they've already got the Orions for that. Oh, come on, it's not toxic. Not in those doses, at any rate. Right, question is it still warm enough? Blood wine, for those of you who do not know, should never be served cold, unless you wish to see your own blood used to warm the mix back up. Alright. This one is ill-bred. Alright. Yeah. Mental note, when dealing with the Klingons, it's always good to be just a little bit aggressive. Alright, now let's go talk to the Federation. This is going to go so well with the Vulcan, depending on who it is. The ambassador, well, we've only met one ambassador so far, so let's see who it is. Oh, yeah, it's Sugihara, of course, and Tane. Oh, great. So we have the Motormouth himself and that blasted Viper from Intelligence. Terrific. Yes. It's a pity there's not an option to smack him in the face. Well, let's get the Motormouth run off. Reunification, of course. Yes. And at least the Borg have the courtesy to tell you that they're going to assimilate you and that resistance is futile. Is that... I have no idea what you did, crewman, but I pity you. And Tane. Yes, logical, presumably. Yeah, she's not happy. Alright. Within the bounds of... The Prime Directive has zero relevance here. All the factions involved have warp flight, and you know it. Alright, so Tane is paranoid while she's intelligence. What do you expect? Sugihara is a Motormouth, who clearly has a long-term goal of basically assimilating the Republic into the Federation. Honestly, at least the Klingons let you know where they stand. Alright, back to Datan. Alright, before we do that, however, let's see if Temmer's got anything else to say. Same dialogue again. Do we have any other conversations, maybe with the other Romulan Republicans? Oh, the Tal Shiar are here. Greet them or insult them. Greet them or insult them. Well, let's make nice for the moment. Yeah, that went about as well as expected. Wonder what would have happened if we'd insult them. Probably the same, but a little less delicately phrased. So, Datan, what do we have to say? Boom. Huh? Oh, hello, Sela. Great, and the spanner in the works has arrived. Right. Okay. What's going on? They're picking up odd ships on the radar. Of course we investigate. I mean, there's no way that breaking Klingon traffic control could go horribly wrong, is there? I mean, an unscheduled Romulan orbital maneuver. Right. Cloak up and roll on. What have we got? Fortunately, I suppose at least the Masquerade isn't here to keep the peace, or this could end very badly. Now, do we need line of sight for this? Well, close range at least. Oh, terrific. Hey, it's the Kang! Hello! Boom. Okay, so that's one. What happened to anomaly beta? Right. Well, at least Gerard was in a good mood, but then again, after the number of times he's gone up against the Federation and lost, he probably needed to bolster his capital a bit. Right, I'm guessing there's going to be a corresponding bit with the Federation. Oh, terrific. Shockwave away. Can't target the Alachi ship. I imagine they'll show up later. Get back here, you miserable little worm. Go on, target. High yield's overkill, but who cares? Didn't need it. Right. Evade away. And loop back. Boom. Yeah, I have to note that, weren't the Tal Shiar, well, Sela's lot, invited? Anyway, cloak and go. And the Kang will doubtless get itself sorted out into full impulse eventually. Scan anomaly epsilon AGE. Okay, fine, they're just picking Greek letters at random. Alright, come out of cloak. This time bother to wait for the power levels to switch back and the cloak to recharge. Dum-de-dum-de-dum, dum-de-dum-de-dum. And there we go. Begin with the scanning. Oh, hello, Hakeev. Right. Goodbye. Right, where's the Kang? and Hakiv legs it. There's a surprise. Right. Presumably we'll head back and find that Sela is methodically denying everything. Right. Hakiv did not die. That's unfortunate. Beamed explosives down to Kittima. Oh, terrific. Right. Make sure the Klingons do not find the bombs first. Okay, what do we have? A very... Must be really good blood one if they didn't notice this. However, that's one. Ah, they have fixed the tricorder. Excellent. Let's go. Yeah. No, we won't. Of course they did. They're the Tal Shiar. What did you expect? No, it won't. It'll convince them that it's a trick. Klingon paranoia. The one time it isn't justified. Where's this next bomb? Through in the Chamber of Conquest. Oh, great. Still wearing uniforms. Hi. Bye. Apparently the Klingons aren't scanning for weapons fight, which is very handy. Well, yes, he did, or he wouldn't have tried it. Disable hidden bomb. That door is locked. Here we go. Through once, through twice, finds the hidden bomb. That's not a hidden bomb. Joke's on you, mate. Handy of them to beam the corpses out, though. Hail to... Wait a minute, there were 4 bombs. We've only disarmed 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we have disarmed 4, but... yeah. It will be more proof they cannot be trusted. There's a rather large explosion incoming, isn't it? Right. Right, okay. Yep, it's a burn mark. I mean, I'd say, what are you doing with a Federation tricorder? Yeah. Huh. Right. Back to the flotilla, and to be honest, I'm leaning towards the Klingons at this stage. The Federation, well, Sugihara made it fairly clear that it was kind of, yes, we're going to work through them, it's going to be reunification, then you're going to join the Federation and everything's going to be nice and happy. Ugh. And then at least the Klingons were just, yeah, we don't like you, but hey, neither of us likes the Tal Shell, so let's just have a good punch up and then go our separate ways. Which, honestly, I prefer. So, we're off to join the Klingons and kill the Wizard of Oz. Right, so we have the Sub-Commander Nadell, who is not Temur, of course. Then we have... oh yeah, just another player. So we have Captain Halfson and Brigadier General Gadan, who are doubtless here to make their final sales pitches. Right. Thank you, and... Captain Halfson, what's your sales pitch? No, sacrifice stuff. Need background on this guy still. Yes, I think we're definitely going with the Klingons. The Federation seem a little too keen on appropriating things like Temur's death. Already belongs to Star. Will already stay with Starfleet, I believe he said. Right. Ready to make my decision. Choose allegiance. Ooh, shiny screen. So, join Starfleet or the Klingons? To the Empire. You'll also have all the rights of a Klingon warrior. Starfleet will consider you an enemy. Bah. Well, who cares? Let's go. We're off to join the Empire. And now talk to Sub-Commander Nadell again. Alright. There we go.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Right, that flicked up the Klingon setup. So, should that be eventually replaced with a Romulan? Right, well, let's leave Nadell for a second. Bridge Officer Assistance. Hello! Terrific. Join the crew. Hi, welcome aboard. We'll sort you out later. So, what do we have? Singularity Specialist, Crippling Fire, Covert Op, Reduce Cloak Cooldown, yes please. And while we're here, we also have various other available slots, but of course, because of level... Now, these really do need to have available at level 20, 30, 40, 50. At the moment, it just looks like, well, hey, why can't I use this? However, Romulan Operative commit. Alright. So that is that. We also, of course, got these together, which is automatically unpacked. So we have Disruptor Beam Array, Disruptor Dual Cannons, Disruptor Induction Coil, so basic disruptors, and more disruptors, which makes sense, along with some Mark IV sniper rifles. The Saurian Brandy we already had, of course. Alright. So... yeah, that's not too badly done, is it? It'll be better with the voice acting, I think. And that's really the main thing that's missing. It could also use some music as well, something suitably dramatic. But neutral no more. Is this going to be the ship selection? Right. Okay, so that's simply a speak to your new contact, which presumably is going to be our... Yes, speak with the ship vendor on the flotilla. Okay. Interesting on the sidebar, since it gives me the immediate option to progress, say, I spoke with the contact on the flotilla. But in fact, this is sending us to the ship vendor, so what's going on here? Is this just some loose plotting? Use turbo lift. No, but it's actually sending us off to Centurion Marker to pick a new ship. Come on. There we go. Congratulations on making Centurion, which indeed we did. So that's that. Claim a new ship. Okay, so that is actually some awkward scripting. Looks like the original version of this, you must have spoken to your contacts in neutral no more and then got your promotion. Instead, the choose your allegiance side has been moved over to turning point, which yeah. So yeah, that does need to be tidied up, doesn't it? Alright, so we have a Delon Warbird, an extra science slot. Well, that makes sense because, of course, we picked up a science officer during the little space station snatch and grab we did. So let's pick up the Delon, grab that, close that, and with that done, speak to Centurion Dim to activate your new ship. There we go. Ready starship. And then we're heading straight onto Beta Thoridar, so it's keeping you moving at this point. And the Nausicans are back. Terrific. Understood. Well, looks like we're going to be blowing up some more Nausicans next time, but until then, farewell.